Not sure. Not sure. Not sure who did the drum roll.
I did. I started recording.
Uh-huh. Great. Okay, everyone. Welcome to the first ever POWA community call. I will share my screen and we can get this ball rolling. Okay. You guys can see my screen, right? Sharing the presentation.
Nice.
You see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Okay, welcome everyone to the first ever POWA community call. We are here to discuss a lot of very interesting things. I will go over the current state of POWA. Then we'll discuss our presence in MemeCon and our learnings from there. We'll take a look at the POWA location and where is it going, and then we'll discuss the main event of today, which is the POWA burn. So POWA, as all of you or most of you probably know, is a room that was etched on April 20th, 2024 on the halving block. And we're very happy that we managed to do it exactly on that block. And it's worth its FDV uh, currently through to today is $1.3 million, over $500,000 of which went to SOV stakers, the sovereign community here on Sovereign. Um, and the total trading volume only on Rootstock, because we kind of having issues to track Bob trading volume, is almost $1 million in the past month and a half since it started trading. The coin current peak is about $2.5 million FDV. And we have 678 people on Telegram and 622 people on our Twitter. Uh, Last month, POWA was present with a very good booth at MemeCon, the world's first meme coin conference that was held in Lisbon. We had a very, very successful booth where we gave away shirts that played our meme on top of the other memes that were present at the conference.
French,
Um,
sorry. We
yeah,
see only the total volume, trading volume of power. The slides didn't
the,
change.
the total trading volume. Uh,
Your stream most likely froze.
okay, give me a sec. Do you see it better now? Is it has the slide changed?
No, no, it's still the same.
No.
Okay. Okay. Can you see the memecon slide?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So we were present at memecon and we had a booth and we have played this video which got us a lot of attention. I will let it's without sound, so I'm gonna keep talking over it. Our booth was very, very successful. I would even say it was it was the busiest booth in the conference, where people basically were lined up to get our shirts and do everything that we asked them to do, basically to take their video and post them on socials. And they were very, very happy to do that to get the shirts. And other booths, we were not the only ones giving freebies or kind of freebies. Other booths were doing that as well, but they did not get the level of attention that POWA got. So I would say that the idea of POWA has the power to go mimetic. Um, and I think it is due if when we'll do our big push, it can really catch on. Um, yeah, we had a lot of very nice people in MemeCon wearing our merch. Okay, so POWA was allocated to people who participated in the PowerPoints program, and with the categories of trading, staking, and influencing. Now, most of the POWA, almost 45%, were claimed, and about 20% of it went to the sovereign treasury and it's used for marketing. And it also was used for a pre-sale to generate funds for the RBTC power pool on Rootstock. Currently, there are 35% unclaimed power. And the goal of this call is to discuss what we're going to do with these coins uh, now, a month and a half after we um, after the token launched. You guys can see my screen still, right, with the allocation table.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so uh, in order to decide what we'll discuss in this call, I'm going to open up the floor for discussion soon. We're going to need to do a SIP. And we need to do a SIP because it affects the SOV stakers. SOV stakers have staked or traded on Sovereign, and some of them didn't claim power. And so we need to give them the opportunity and enough information to be able to vote and decide if Bitocracy can burn their token. Now, internally, we've discussed a couple of ways to do this to do a burn, which essentially means to burn any unclaimed power that will have after the SIP is proposed. I would like to ask Molo to take the floor. Molo, you're here, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Molo, for those of you who don't know, is a long-time Sovereign community member, a pre-Sovereign launch, and he is one of the most active and positive people in the Rangers Telegram group. Molo is also a notable POWA whale, just so you know. And full disclosure, Molo is filling in for Luca. Luca is on a personal leave of absence. I very much hope he will be back soon. But until then, Molo is operating the POWA Twitter channel, Twitter account, and the Rangers Telegram group is an admin there. Molo, you have proposed to me to you raised up the idea of doing the burn in one single burn, and I'll ask you to present the structure that you suggested, and anyone who wants to contribute may just unmute and contribute. I'm in full screen, so I can't see if anyone is typing. Please, Molo, go ahead.
Yeah, so the idea was to, because it's like a meme coin, you want to create some hype on it. But the question is, do we want to do like a single burn, one big event, or yeah, are we going to spread it over 3 smaller events? Yeah, main question is, can you keep the hype up for 3 burn events, or yeah, are we going to keep it to one single burn and yeah, move from there?
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Let me just respond to you, Molo. Because it's not only about the creating hype and having like one main event. The idea about three burns is actually to give sovereigns a chance to claim their power. We would reduce the amount, and I think burning it partially would create more awareness among the users, and they would have a chance still to claim so POWA. And if we were to go for the 3 burns event, French, could you go back to the allocations, please? If we were to burn 3 times, we could do the following thing. We could burn the unallocated and unclaimed influence POWA. This would be over 18%, almost 19%. And then we could burn the remaining POWA in batches, like 50% of trading and staking POWA, and the third burn the rest. But on the other hand, yeah, if we were just to go for one burn, then we could decide to to make the burn a little bit later and give people chance to claim their tokens.
Yeah, true. Especially for the influencer power, I think, well, people were making the effort to get those points. And yeah, as you said, I would also go then, as you said, for the influence power to be burnt, yeah, on the first batch. Because I don't think we should reward people that are not active, yeah, as a community member or as like the potential power holder. Yeah, staking and the trading power can be, of course, done in a later moment.
I was diving a little bit into the data, and I see that there are still a lot of stakers who didn't claim, but they doesn't seem to be very active. And most of the trading power was claimed by the users. So that means that the active users, claimed their tokens. But when it comes to the influence power, we still have like a big chunk of it which is unallocated. That means we didn't receive the wallet addresses from the participants of the influence campaign. We received some. We received also some duplicates of the addresses, and we received also some addresses with delay. So, from those numbers, I estimate about 2, maybe 3% of power would be claimed by those users. But I think we would need to decide how to approach this. We could do like we could go another direction, not do 1 or 3 burns, but 2. So we could burn the influence power first, and then all the remaining power after like a month or so. So this is something that we didn't discuss.
No, but that's also definitely one of the options. Yeah, I would agree with that too. It's as you said, the active community members have claimed them already. Especially the not active influencer powers. I think that should be burnt. Oh, better the earlier the better. Yeah, I agree.
Just a quick question. How long has it been since the initial distribution of power?
It was on May
It's been
14th.
May 14th. So it's been over a month. I mean, most people who stake or looking for airdrops or, even resale. I mean, most of these people aren't expecting something more than 30 days time limit, right? It's rare to have more than 30 days, except for like really big, like when Jupiter did its airdrop, it was, for 3 months. We're going on a month and a half. I don't think if someone didn't claim it now, it would be normal for them to not be able to claim it.
Blast.
I am trying to be fair. I'm trying to figure out if it's fair or not to burn all of it, and that's kind of why I'm having this discussion.
Yeah. I tend to agree with the Joa. If you guys know Joa, I assume from the Ranger squad. Blast gave 30 days for their stakers to claim their token. Blast is one of the fastest growing Ethereum L2. I guess all of you guys know it. and they are a very, very high profile project, and they gave 30 days. So I think we're definitely in the clear for having this conversation, and we are in the clear, assuming we announce to give even a short time frame for claiming the burning the unclaimed influence power.
Yeah, I would say.
Because then, go ahead, Mo.
Yeah, for the influence POWA, what my suggestion is, because, well, we already gave a couple reminders, end of this month, they should provide their wallet address. If not provided, it's too late. And then we give them like a week or two maximum, really maximum, and then it's being burned.
Yeah, and I do think it should be one burn, only because the purpose of burning it is to have the maximum impact, right? I think burning 10% of supply, isn't going to do much to increase the price, and 10% doesn't get anyone excited to jump in prior. I feel like burning it all at once, you're going to create the maximum noise, where the other one is, you're like creating whispers, let's say. And that's why, I kind of vote for to burn it all at once. Although I wouldn't burn it right away while the market is kind of sideways. I'd wait for some energy to come back for people to get excited about the market again. Because right now people are scared. When people are scared, that they're not jumping into stuff they're unfamiliar with.
And I think you
If
raised a
I
very good point.
if I may just interject here, uh, if that's the case, my view is that it's very likely that you're talking waiting till at least September, because summers have always traditionally been weaker in crypto. People are away, they're hanging out, they're not trading. Trading is winter activity, and so it's probably more like September, October.
Yeah, but Yaga, if you look traditionally, I used to have the same exact thought. And then when you look at the charts, DeFi, and I looked at total liquidity, except Bitcoin, to actually map this out. In mid-July, things start picking back up. People start becoming positive, and then by the end of August, people are like, "Shit, I just missed a nice run." Um, and that's what I've seen from the last two cycles. Although, as a marketeer, I used to think, August is a horrible time to market because people are away, blah blah blah. The reality is people have more free time. They look more at their hobbies than they do their work. And for crypto, a lot of times it's a hobby for people. Yago is now checking the charts to make sure.
I'm not gonna disagree. This is I'm not a prophet here, and we all want to be profiteers. So I don't think it's necessary. I don't think we should make the decision on this basis. It was just a small comment, and I think yours is a good counterpoint.
Okay, I myself am fairly convinced by Joa, mainly by the point that one big burn will draw more attention than two or three smaller ones. And if we'll time it right, then we should give ourselves the biggest chance we can. And to do one big burn is doing that.
Yeah, I feel like if we put together a real marketing plan to push a narrative and really push it, like with video, have all the memes lined up, everything else, give the community material for them to start spreading, and then we do the burn, we'll get the maximum we can from the burn. But we need everyone on the call to participate and start pushing, content that we give you guys, so that we can get some energy behind the burn, basically.
Yeah.
because that's what we're trying to do at the end of the day is maximize the reach we get for this event.
Okay, does anybody want to voice more opinion in favor of multiple burns?
Actually, I'm convinced now to go for one burn, so no arguments there.
All right. Okay, feel free to speak up if you have anything else to say. Anyone else?
Wait,
yeah.
multiple burns? Maybe because, like, what if we do one burn and like that's our only shot? If we did multiple burns, it could be more than one event, and we can try different ideas with how to get the word out. That could be one argument for more than one. It could be just two. It could be three. But it just gives people stuff to talk about.
What if it's an ongoing burn event? So we start burning at a certain time, and then we burn it slowly every block until our burn quantity runs out.
That's quite hard to handle from the technical perspective.
Yeah,
Keep
okay.
in mind that we need to bridge it over back to Bitcoin chain and burn it there. So
Yeah.
it would be a we could do it like weekly maybe, but it would be a lot of work.
Mm.
But on the other hand, if we were, for example, to go for two burns, it gives us a little bit better chances for better timing. We won't have single shot. We would have two shots to get this sell properly.
That's true, but we can prepare all the content and line up the influencers. I'll get there in a sec. And when we see the market starts picking up, we deliver. Everybody here are ready to turn on a dime. Basically, we're all available on Telegram. So that's what we need.
that means that we would delay the SIP until the market conditions are more in favor. Is that correct?
We could post the SIP on the forum, let it be there, so people have ample time to discuss, and then launch it on a 24-hour notice, and then vote on it. We can say that in the SIP proposal as well.
But shouldn't we close up at least the claiming of POWA, well, sooner than later? Not that we wait another 1 month or 2 months, because as I said before, like most projects do like a 1 month claiming, and we're already at 1.5.
Yeah.
Because there's no SIP needed for closing the claiming, I guess, right?
Hein, what do you think?
I have mixed feelings about this. On one hand, there are still some SOV some soft stakers who didn't claim their power and they are eligible to get this. But on the other hand, we could decide. We could say that they had enough time, and if someone is not active, he doesn't deserve the reward. And in that case, yeah, we could pause claiming, and this would also give us time to prepare everything when it comes to the burning event. Yeah, we would need like at least 24 hours, but we would need to stop collecting the addresses of the influence power participants like about a month, like a week ahead of burning. So everything would be checked and then prepared for burning.
We could decide that we're stopping collecting addresses and stopping the claim on July 14th, for example, 2 months after POWA claim was opened. We can announce that tomorrow or Monday. Gives people ample time to pick up. We'll send emails and everything. And hopefully by then, according to Joa's predictions, the market will warm up, and it will be also a good time to start a burn, just launch a SIP and start a burn.
Or it would be a good time to
Has there
start a discussion on forum. Like we could also put the SIP up to discussion and make the final adjustments to the SIP itself.
Yes.
Has there been any burn that anyone's aware of on runes yet?
That's a great question.
That's a very good question. Yeah, I don't know about it. Rainer, who is a specialist when it comes to runes, is not present today, but I will try to find out.
It's a good good talking point for sure. Okay, so next steps in the burn. One, as we discussed, is the SIP forum post. Since we seem to be in agreement to go with a single burn, we will write the SIP like that. And then we also discussed a claim announcement. If there are any objections here now, I will set the claim limit to July 14th. And that leaves us with the timeline for the burn. And we also decided to play it by ear. And anyway, after July 14th, but as the market starts to pick up. And the thing we need to align two things for the announcement of the burn. One is content, and the other is influencers. A burn is a big event that calls for a big push. Joa, would you care to contribute to this part of the conversation?
Yeah, I mean, I'm currently looking for influencers. And I have a list. I have like 20 tabs on a spreadsheet type list where I've spoken to maybe 20% of the big ones. And we are speaking to them. The issue that we're having is finding the ones that are rune specific. Because people who don't talk about runes, even if they're influencers, I always divide them in two ways. The influencers, there's what I call amplifiers, who get a get a decent reach, are paid to shill, but really don't have much influence. They're just like amplifiers of noise, let's say. And then you have people who actually influence the market. And I would never do it if it wasn't like a mix of the two. And right now, I need to know who's influential to people in Rune, because the only people I'm following that's been influential in Rune actually run their own Rune project. I don't know any influencer who's not running a Rune project that is talking about runes at the moment or has talked about runes. And that's the one I need to find, because the amplifiers I can get, they're easy. It's the one who is actually influential in runes. Once we have that, then we can put everything together. It's just, I don't know who that is. I don't know if any of you guys, if you want to write in the chat, anyone you can think of that is influential. When I say influential, I mean actually moves markets, or their opinions very trustworthy, like a Scott Melker or someone like that. But for runes.
In
I guess
Galadia,
not.
what about Farmer Joe?
Who's it called? Can you put it in the chat window?
Farmer Joe.
Oh, Farmer Joe.
I can't read it because I'm
I heard
sharing
my
my
name.
screen.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
Do you think Farmer Joe is an influencer? And if you do you think he's the type of influencers that people listen to and can actually move markets?
I think he has around 15K followers. He's
30.
pretty 30? Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
I think he has sway.
Yeah, because it's not really his reach I'm worried about. I'm worried about getting someone who's credible, who's not attached to POWA, starting to talk about POWA, and then I can use other accounts to amplify it. So more people like Farmer Joe. I see he's very big on pups. Um, that could be swayed. He follows us too, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh no, we follow him. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else come to mind?
What about more of a general one like Altcoin Gordon?
Which one is it? Oh,
Altcoin
Altcoin Daily.
Altcoin Gordon. Altcoin Daily is it's possible.
Yeah, I have the pricing for Altcoin Daily, and I've spoken to them recently. I consider them more of an amplifier than an opinion leader, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Which which happens a lot of times when you talk about it, 3, 4 tokens every day.
Yeah.
Not many
And
people are moving on the information they give. They're just it helps confirm more than it does move.
and what about he's well, he was like 2 weeks ago, not yet a big one, still not very big, but Vittorio Pontoliano. He's supposedly to be like the biggest. He bought that biggest. How do you say it in runes? Like the biggest batch or something. I think
Mm-hmm.
he bought like
The big
like one buy of like $230,000 worth of dog, and his reach is getting quite
Can you
okay.
yeah, can you share that name with me? Like, can you write it in
Uh,
the chat here or in the Telegram? Doesn't matter.
where can I do this here actually? Because I never chat in the.
Yeah, up in the upper right hand corner, there's a little like speech bubble
Yeah, I got
which
it.
says show chat. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
He has like 2,000 followers, but most of his posts reach well 10K,
Yeah.
1K,
Okay.
2K, 3K. He's not very big, but yeah, he's supposedly like the biggest uh,
Oh yeah, I've seen him
yeah,
before.
one batch dog buyer.
Yeah. When he speaks, he's kind of respected in the community. I've seen
Yeah,
him in
definitely.
other in spaces. Yeah. Yeah, I was actually surprised because he has such a small following, but
Yeah, exactly.
people
When
respect him.
getting known that he did that, he went from like 100 followers to 2,000 in a matter of days.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if you guys remember any, put it in the chat. That's kind of what's going on is, we have a ton of amplifiers that we have that we can have push out the message. I'm just looking to have some of those also be people with credibility in the eco space, not just people who help us get a bigger reach.
Yeah.
And Vito and Farmer, I think, would be good additions.
Okay, so if guys, if anyone else comes to mind, please post in the Rangers group on Telegram and tag me or tag Joa, and we'll get the ball rolling and come up with a good attractive list of influencers. And with that, are there any more comments or questions?
French, check the chat. Jimmy Shaker asked for
Jimmy
something.
Shaker asked, can you read it?
How about giving the perspective of redistributing a part of the unallocated power between the squad who's really commit to the project, maybe only if certain goals are reached? Higher member number on Twitter, Telegram.
Mm-hmm. Good comment, Jimmy. Um, so in my view, and I'm happy to hear others, when we burn power, we first of all we hopefully make the everyone else um coins valuable, more valuable, and and what we want as a community, as a power holding community, is to be bigger, to have more people holding power. So in a way, it makes sense to reward people who are coming to POWA with airdrops, etc. Assuming they can get more friends to follow, more friends to buy. What we need is to encourage outside people to come in. I hope that makes sense.
And I think that on the other hand, it doesn't close the door because there is still some marketing power, and
Yeah,
this
for
could be
sure,
also used for rewarding some of our users.
for sure. Anything else?
French. Just one note: if we were to set, if we set the date for 14th of July, I think that we should set a date until when the influence participants can provide their addresses, like at least a week prior to that. So
Mm-hmm.
until 7th of July, and after that we close the door for them in terms of providing addresses. The next day, then we could um, enable them claiming their tokens. So they would have effectively like 6 days for claiming the POWA tokens until 14th, and then we shut the door and proceed towards burning.
Sounds good to me. Okay, everybody. Thank you very, very much for coming. We will upload this conversation to YouTube as well as the Rangers Telegram group. And if there be more comments from people watching later, we'll amplify those as well. And yeah, power to the people.
I saw someone was typing on the Elite Voyager is typing.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe let's wait for his comment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, power to the people, yeah.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, French.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Yes.
Cut the recording.